This is Chandrayaan-3, ISro's ambitious mission to the moon and third big attempt. Lunar missions have been launched earlier as well, but landing on the moon is a different ballgame altogether. Remember, we witnessed a heartbreak in 2019 with the crash of Vikram lander. And 4 years since the setback of that, Indian Space Research Organization is ready again. India is squeezing its way into a highly lucrative space market. I'm talking about $500 billion approximately of global space economy. And India will want to capitalize on China and Russia's geopolitical isolation to position itself as an alternative. Only 3 countries have successfully landed a spacecraft on the moon. That's United States of America, Russia and China. All of these missions were government-sponsored with culmination of decades of research and development. But due to Russia-Ukraine conflict and Beijing's complicated relationship with America, they are now at crossroads. USA will not want to work in depth with China over fears of surveillance and misuse of technology. So India is looking at aerospace now with a renewed perspective. But money is where the issue is. India has in the past few decades fluctuated with space expenditure. Marginally increased, but still no match, of course, to the advanced economies like America and China. According to Statista, United States government spent almost $62 billion on space programs in 2022. Making it the country with the highest expenditure in the world, followed by China with government expenditure on space programs of almost $12 billion. India stood at approximately $2 billion. But also compare economies. India's gross domestic product, the GDP, is at $3.75 trillion in 2023. It's a step up for us, yes, but it's still behind America at $26 trillion, China at $19 trillion. We're now the 5th largest economy, and our hope and strength will be in the current stable economy compared to the Western world. So despite a lower budget in space expenditure, our scientists have managed to create cost-effective, indigenous developed elements in Chandrayaan-3, also reducing foreign dependence on our space missions. Chandrayaan-3 mission will be launched on board the heaviest version of the geosynchronous launch vehicle, the GSLV. It is also called the Bahubali of the rockets. The GSLV Mark III will launch from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota with about a 3,000 kilogram spacecraft packed into the payload faring to escape Earth's gravity. It has a propulsion module, lander and a rover. Chandrayaan mission is budgeted at 615 crore rupees and has 3 main objectives. 1. To safely land on the lunar surface, and that will be most difficult. It will be then have the objective to deploy a rover and conduct scientific experiments. Now the propulsion module will carry the lander and rover to the moon. Then the lander payload will also be responsible for the safe landing. The rover will then be deployed to explore the lunar surface, and the scientific experiments will then be conducted to learn about the moon's surface. This lander itself has undergone substantial modifications to augment capabilities, increase the chance of a successful touchdown. Engineers conducted meticulous studies on the lander's leg to ensure it can withstand the harsh terrain, weather and minimize damage. And a significant addition is SHAPE, SHAPE, which is to collect valuable data on Earth's spectral and polarimetric measurements from the lunar orbit. So how will Chandrayaan help India? It is a follow-up from Chandrayaan-1 to further study the presence of water that was discovered on moon's surface. These missions give India a leverage for collaboration with other countries. India, remember, is now a signatory in the Artemis Accords, which means it is an effort to send humans to the moon again by 2025. Chandrayaan-1 in 2008 successfully operated for 312 days until it exhausted fuel in 2009. It was a major triumph for the Space Research Organization of India. It elevated India's status as a leading spacefaring nation. In achievements come the Aditya L1 to study the sun. Mangalyaan mission orbiting Mars was also a success. Also now private players have been roped in to launch satellites for India. India is filled with songs and poetry dedicated to the moon, but it has remained also a source of scientific curiosity. So we are wishing ISRO all the very best with the missions ahead, specifically to the moon. Thank you for watching.